And there's so many reasons why we shouldn't be pastors, but the main thing is that this is how the Lord ordained it from the beginning, that we are the weaker vessel, and that we have an order of submission in our homes and in the church. Okay. And so out of that, because, okay, people want to also talk about Deborah. Deborah was a judge. She was not in the church. She was not having spiritual leadership over a church. So, and then people want to talk about Aquila and Priscilla and all of this stuff. No one's saying that women cannot be evangelists. I am an evangelist. I have a heart of evangelism. So that's the thing that is like really confusing, why people keep taking this out of context when all we're saying is that women should not be lead pastors. There is a order about that, and there's an it brings in that Me Too movement. It brings in that feminism, that spirit of feminism that I was just showing you about that other pastor. So these are the reasons why, and the Lord always does things to protect us. It's not because he wants to take away women's rights or whatever. It's not even about that. And so let's listen to a little bit more of what Allie is saying, and then we can move on.
Be their opinion, and they might be able to say, well, I kind of see it implied in this, and I'm fine with that if they want to have that opinion, but it's not what the Bible says. Now, I do think that women should prioritize the home, should prioritize being wives and moms and discipling, but there is also an opportunity to prioritize that and also follow the call that a woman has on her life, which may or may not be having some sort of sphere of influence in which they are teaching other women. I don't want to be a pastor. I think I'm capable physically of giving a sermon, intellectually of giving a sermon, but capable and called are two different things. And I think the Bible is very clear that that is a
Where in the
man's
Bible
role.
does it say that?
Wow. She just I say that's a mic drop. Because it's like, yeah, I know that people always say, "Oh, you're good at teaching, you're good at this and good at that," but that talent does not equate you needing to lead somebody or you needing to like take over a church. Those are two different things. And like she said, like talent versus you have the ability to do something does not mean that you should. And so this is, I would say, a very debated topic for some reason in the body, but the Bible makes it very clear. And I'm going to go to Timothy, and it talks about women. And I mean, the Bible does not contradict itself. So let's go to um, sorry, I'm trying to figure out. So we talked about Deborah. Okay, it's First Timothy 2:12. I don't know why I forgot that. First Timothy 2:12, it says, "I do not let women teach men or have authority over them. Let them listen quietly." And I think people take this and they run with it. Some people are very like, women can't evangelize, women can't talk, women can't do anything. Obviously, we could prophesy and praise with it talks about prophesying and praying with our head covered. So obviously we can do something in the church. So that's not what it's saying. It's just saying that we do not have that authority to teach men. I mean, that's basically what it's saying. It says, "I do not let women teach men or have authority over them." And having that spiritual authority over a church or whatever is having authority over men. So you can't look at First Timothy 2:12 and then go to, "Oh, but the woman at the well and all this." Those are not contradictory. Like, why don't you deal with First Timothy 2:12 first? Understand it first rather than trying to make valid your reason why you want to lead a church. So this is just what um the things that we need to kind of be mindful of. And I think I mean, for me, it's more of like, let's be obedient to the word. I think that's what's most important, right? Um and so, a long story short, I do not agree with women pastors. I think it's not biblical. I don't want to say I think it's not biblical. It's not biblical, and I think that we do have a role in the church. Our role can be to teach other women and teach children, because it talks about in Titus older women teaching the younger women. So we do have a role, and our role is beautiful, and that's the thing. And sometimes I see men try to like vouch for women pastors and all that, which is very interesting. It's almost like you're trying to have someone do your job or do a man's job, which I think is very interesting that men support that. And I think a lot of times they're doing that to show like or to portray like they're trying to support women, but it comes off as you just being almost like a Ahab and not wanting to do the work that a man should be doing, which is leading the church. And Christ is head over the church, right? So I mean, if we're talking about order, like, is Christ really head of the church nowadays? Or, come to think of it, maybe he's not head. Maybe the order's all messed up from the top because it's not a God ordained church. So that's why a woman is a pastor of the church because it's not Christ. Because it can't be Christ being the head of the church if a woman's leading the church. Come to think of it, like, if you really think about it, it wouldn't make sense because God would not allow he would I don't think he would honor that because it's something that he wrote, it's in his word of how it should be.